All right, welcome back for another broadcast, everyone. Welcome to the campus of the Kansas City, Kansas Community College Blue Devils. They welcome the Colby Trojans in for a single game today and a doubleheader tomorrow. So unusual for us to be playing on a Friday unless weather predicts or makes a change in that. But a single game today. Okay, had my check for audio out of the way there. The coaches are bringing things. Let's meet the starting lineups for today's game. First for the Colby Trojans, leading off the designated hitter, Raphael Ranger. Batting second, Gavin Galinza, the catcher. Batting third, the third baseman, Carter Roth. Batting cleanup, Andrew Major, the shortstop. Batting fifth, Isaiah Padilla, the left fielder. The first baseman bats sixth, Joe Gagnon. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Gavin Sherry. And batting eighth, the center fielder, Lucas Vincent. Batting ninth, the second baseman, Alex Ellert, with Zach Gregory on the mound. So it'll be Ranger, Galinza, Roth, Major, Padilla, Gagnon, Sherry, Vincent, and Ellert, with Gregory on the mound. Now let's meet the starting lineups for your KCK Blue Devils. Leading off, the second baseman, Peyton Basler. Batting second, the third baseman, Jackson Mervosh. Batting third, the shortstop, Gary Goldbeck. Batting fourth in cleanup, Brady Patterson, the catcher. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Frankie Santiago. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Freddie Nolan, the fourth. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Marcus Dirks. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, Levi Martin. Batting ninth, the center fielder, Brady Kern, with McLean Finley on the mound. So it'll be Basler, Mervosh, Goldbeck, Patterson, Santiago, Nolan, Dirks, Martin, and Kern, with Finley on the mound. We'll get our anthem out of the way. I have to step away for the anthem because of YouTube. We'll get public address going here. We'll be back for the start of this one in just a bit.
Batting eighth and playing. KCC Blue Devils, who come in with a 30-6 overall record. Leading off and playing second base, number 2, Peyton Basler. Batting second and playing third base, number 10, Jackson Mervosh. Hitting third and playing shortstop, number 4, Garrett Goldbeck. Batting cleanup and catching today, number 32, Brady Patterson. Hitting fifth and playing first base, number 26, Frankie Santiago. Batting sixth and playing left field, number 22, Freddie Nolan. Hitting seventh and playing right field, number 27, Marcus Dirks. Batting eighth and the designated hitter, number 34, Levi Martin. And batting ninth and playing center field, number 6, Brady Kern. On the mound today for the Blue Devils, number 15, McLean Finley. The assistant coaches are Billy Sharp and Pedro Leon. The head coach for your Blue Devils in his 8th season is Matt Goldbeck.
All right, welcome everyone to the broadcast. The Blue Devils will take on the Colby Trojans. Colby has a 6-32 record. They're 4-16 in the conference. The Blue Devils are 30-6 with a 16-4 record. The Blue Devils are currently in third place on the east side behind Johnson County and Cali. And Colby is in eighth place on the west side of the division. We welcome them into town for a 3-game series. Play 1 game today. Not sure if this one will be a 9 or a 7. Typically the first game of a doubleheader, thank you. First game is usually a 7 and the second is a 9. I get the 9 fingers showing that we're going to play a 9-inning game today. The Blue Devils send McLean Finley to the mound. He's from Topeka, Kansas. He has a 1.59 ERA and an 8-1 record.
Leading off for the Trojans, the designated hitter number 11, Raphael Ranger.
Ranger will lead things off. Ranger steps in to lead things off for the Trojans. There's a strike right through there. 0-1 the count. The ball hit it into right center, and Brady Kern over to take care of that for the first out of the game. That's going to bring up Galenza.
Up next, the catcher, number 33, Gavin Galenza.
Want to know the count? Way outside and in the dirt from Finley. It's a ground ball. Mervosh gets a good hop, loads up the rifle, and shoots it across to Santiago for the the second out. 5-3 ground out. It's going to bring up Carter Roth. Roth will step in with 2 outs and nobody on. Roth starts the day batting .439. There's a ball out in front of that and going to be fouled down the left field line. Swing and a miss of that breaking ball, 0-2 the count. Top of the first inning action. Welcome to the game today. Just 1 game. 2 games tomorrow, scheduled at 1 and 3. That's way outside. 1-2 the count. Roth, the third baseman. Carter Roth for the Colby Trojans. Swing and a miss of the high heater. So 3 up, 3 down. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. We go to the bottom of the first. No score. Pitcher for the Colby Trojan is Zach Gregory. Gregory is from Littleton, Colorado. He has a 7.85 ERA and a 1-5 record. He'll take the mound for the Trojans in this 9-inning scheduled game today. It'll be Padilla, Vincent, Sherry left to right across the outfield, Roth, Major, Ellert, and Gagnon left to right across the infield, with Galenza behind the plate and before mentioned Zach Gregory on the mound for the Colby Trojans. Blue Devils will send up Basler, Mervosh, and Golbeck to get things started here in the bottom half of the first inning. Looking for a nice day today, and we've got sunshine, warm out in the sun. I had to be a little careful not to get my dome burnt while setting things up and getting ready to go. Basler, the second baseman, Mervosh, the third baseman, and Golbeck, the shortstop, will get things started for the Blue Devils. Basler starts the day batting .299. He'll step in on the left-handed side as a switch hitter. He will face Gregory. There's a strike, catches the outside corner. 0-1 the count. On the second baseman, Peyton Basler. It's a base hit ripped into right field, so a leadoff base hit by Basler. That'll bring up Mervosh. Mervosh will step in with the runner at first base and nobody out. Mervosh starts the day batting .336. And toss over to first, nothing going on over there. There's a strike right at the knees, right down the middle. 0-1 the count. The ball headed into right field. It's going to be taken by the right fielder, Sherry. So hit it on the nose, did Mervosh, but right at Sherry in right field. That's going to bring up Golbeck. Golbeck starts the day batting .464. He'll step in with one out and one on. Throw over to first. Catches the outside corner at the knees. 0-1 the count. Runner goes, pitch is outside. And safe with a stolen base is Basler. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on here in the bottom of the first inning. Welcome to the broadcast. Thanks for joining me. Ball breaks inside for ball 2. 2-1 the count. Basler with the leadoff hit, then the fly out to right field by Mervosh. Stolen base by Basler. And here we are, 2-1. So ball headed into deep right field. So a fly out, that'll move Mervosh over to third base. That'll bring up Patterson. Patterson will step in with a runner at third base and 2 outs. Patterson starts the day batting .301. He'll step in, try and get that first run at 60 feet away, 90 feet away. 1-0 the count on Patterson. Get my pitcher's mound and my bases mixed up there. So one hopper to the third baseman, Roth, and over to Gagnon for The 5-3 ground out. So no runs on one hit. We go to the second inning, no score. All right, here we go to the top of the second inning. Major, Padilla, and Gagnon scheduled up for the Trojans. Major with the swing and a miss of the first pitch. Major starts the day batting .299. There's a foul ball back to the screen way out in front of that, cued it off the end of the bat. So 0-2 on Major. On to the count. Top of the second inning action, a swing and a miss for the strikeout. So that's going to bring up Padilla. Padilla is the left fielder.
Now batting the left fielder, number 32, Isaiah Padilla.
Padilla steps in. He starts the day batting .317. A little bit low and outside. 1-0 the count to the left fielder, Padilla. There's a strike, catches the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. That's inside. Check the swing down there and ruled a ball. So 2-1 the count.
You guys started probably like 10 minutes ago.
And that's going to be a base hit out into right field. Basler with an effort to get out there couldn't quite make it. That's going to bring up Gagnon.
Now batting the first baseman, number 3, Joe Gagnon.
Gagnon starts the day batting .228. Misses just a little bit outside with that pitch. Does McLean Finley. Finley from Topeka, Kansas. Out in front of that, cues it off the end of the bat. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. 1 out base hit by the left fielder, Isaiah Padilla. Toss over to first base. He's back in safely.
All ready for this warm-up now? Start up here. We got this, and then 83 degrees tomorrow.
Swing and a miss, so 1-2 the count. Gagnon, the first baseman. Just misses a little bit outside, 2-2 the count. Down a little bit low, 3-2 the count. Sunshiny day here on the campus of the Kansas City, Kansas Community College Blue Devils, hosting the Colby Trojans. Got Nolan the fourth, Kern and Dirks across the outfield, left to right, Mervosh, Gobeck, Basler, Santiago, left to right across the infield. Patterson behind the plate, Finley on the mound. It's a little bit low for ball four. That'll bring up Sherry.
Now batting the right fielder, number 27, Gavin Sherry.
Sherry starts the day batting 232. He steps in with one out, runners at first and second. There's a line drive right at Mervosh. Mervosh with the dive and grab, and over to Basler to double off Padilla at second base. So the double play gets the face of the minimum. No runs on, one hit by the Trojans. We'll be back. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the second inning. Santiago is strolling to the plate.
Leading off the bottom of the second inning for the Blue Devils, the first baseman, number 26, Frankie Santiago.
Santiago starts today batting 329. High chopper over to Gagnon. Gagnon underhands it to the pitcher Gregory for the 3-1 ground out. That's going to bring up Nolan the fourth.
Now batting the left fielder, number 22, Freddie Nolan.
Nolan the fourth. He starts the day batting 273. There's a strike right through there outside half of the plate at the knees. Bottom of the second inning action, 9-inning schedule game. That's way outside by the pitcher, Zach Gregory. Gregory is from Littleton, Colorado. Breaking ball, fouls that away, so 1-2. The count on the left fielder, Freddie Nolan the fourth. Breaking ball, And right with a hop over the glove of the second baseman.
A single by Freddie Nolan.
So Nolan the fourth with the base hit.
Now batting the right fielder, number 27, Marcus Dirks.
That's going to bring up Marcus Dirks. Dirks starts the day batting .395. That's outside. Runner is at first base, Nolan the fourth. He's on with one out. It's high and outside, 2-0 the count. Dirks the right fielder. There's a strike inside corner at the waist. 2-1 the count. Throw over to first, back in safely is Nolan the fourth. Squares to bunt, pulls it back, takes ball 3. 3-1 the count. Dirks and Basler and Golbeck are likely to bunt at any time. Comes the 3-1. That stays up high. So Dirks with the base on balls. It's going to have runners at first and second. It's going to bring up Levi Martin.
TH number 34, Levi Martin.
Martin starts the day batting .382. He'll step in with one out, runners at first and second. Way up high. Nolan the fourth at second base. Dirks at first. Nolan the second. Dirks over at first. One out. There's a ground ball off the glove of the diving third baseman. Off the glove of Roth. That's going to be an infield hit. The ball out into the outfield. Runners ends up.
Levi Martin.
So Martin with the hit to get the Blue Devils started on this thing.
Now batting the center fielder, number 6, Brady Kern.
Shows up as an error on the scoreboard. Nonetheless, the Blue Devils take a 1-0 lead. Breaking ball way outside to Kern. Kern steps in with one out, 1 run in. Kern starts the day batting .361. And the bunt was not executed, so Dirks is tagged out by the catcher. Makes the second out. So if we have a suicide squeeze, he did not get it. The suicide happened. He was out and tagged out. I believe to be 3-0 or 2-1, guys, not positive. Runner at third, that's up high. See if the umpire will give us a little help here. 2-1 the count. the pitch, and that's low and outside. So a base on balls, there'll be runners at first and third. Back to the top of the order, and Basler. Going to get a visit to the mound. We'll see if there's any changes made. Probably going to just impart wisdom because there's no one getting ready down in the lineup. So we'll take a short break. We'll be back. All right, so the visit is over.
Number 2, Peyton Basler.
So Basler will step in. He led the game off with a base hit. Basler is from Lansing, Kansas. He takes ball one. Runners at first and third, 2 outs, 1 run in the inning for the Blue Devils. The stretch and the pitch, runner goes, and the stolen base. So Kern is now at second. Martin at third. Two and 0 the count. Turns on that one, whistles it right by Coach Billy Sharp. Coach Sharp's got his ankle protector on down there just in case. Probably belongs to Brady Kern, I'm guessing. 2 and 1 the count. That's outside. 3 and 1 the count now. To the second baseman, Peyton Basler. Welcome to the broadcast. Thanks for joining me. 1 9-inning game today. Couple of games tomorrow at 1 and 3. There's a ball headed deep to right field. And that's going to one hop off the wall. And that's going to be a ground rule double.
A 2 RBI double by Peyton Basler.
So that'll bring up Mervosh.
Now batting the third baseman, number 10, Jackson Mervosh.
Mervosh will step in with a runner at second base. And 2 outs, 3 runs in the bottom half of the second inning here for the Blue Devils. That's a breaking ball that catches the inside corner. Mervosh hit a fly ball, semi-line drive, but right as Sherry in right field, his first time up. There's a ball headed into center field, back deep. To take care of that is Vincent for the final out of the inning. So the Blue Devils get 3 runs on 3 hits. We go to the top of the third inning. Blue Devils leading 3-0. All right, to the top of the third we
Leading on
go.
the top of the third inning for the Trojans, center fielder number 12, Lucas Vincent.
Vincent fouls that first pitch off. He leads things off. Lucas Vincent, he's the center fielder. Ellert and Ranger scheduled up for the Trojans. There's a strike inside corner at the knees. Vincent starts the day batting .298. That misses just a little bit up and or out. 1-2 the count. Blue Devils put up a 3 spot in the bottom of the second, take a 3-0 lead. We're in the top of the third now. It's a foul ball. Finley back for another inning of work. 1-2 the count. Foul ball back to the screen. So the center fielder, Lucas Vincent, earns another pitch from Finley. It's a high fly ball to deep left field. Nolan the fourth over to take care of that for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up Ellert.
Now batting the second baseman, number 9, Alex Ellert.
Ellert starts the day batting .241. He'll step in with 1 out, nobody on. So a foul ball off the knob of the bat. 0-1 the count. Foul ball back to the screen so quickly. 0-2 on the second baseman, Alex Ellert. It's outside. 1-2 the count. Not chasing was Ellert on that pitch. 1-2. 1 out. A little bit outside, so 2-2 the count. There's a foul ball over by the dugout. So Ellert earns another opportunity. Comes the 2-2. Foul ball. So 7th pitch of the at-bat forthcoming. Just a little bit low and outside. So 3-2 the count. 9th pitch of the at-bat. Foul ball will go to pitch 10. So one hopper to Basler. He's up with it and over to Santiago for the 4-3 ground out. So back to the top of the order and Rafael Ranger, the designated hitter.
Now batting the DH, number 11, Rafael Ranger.
Misses just a little bit inside. Rangers started the day batting .345. Shallow right field. Basler takes care of that. We go to the bottom half of the third inning. Blue Devils leading 3-0. I'll be back.
Leading off the bottom of the third inning for the Blue Devils, the shortstop, number 4, Garrick Goldbeck.
All right, Gary Goldbeck will step in. Goldbeck flew out to the center fielder in left center his first time up. He is from Kansas City, Kansas. He steps in to lead things off here for the Blue Devils. There's a hit by pitch. So that will bring up Brady Patterson with a runner at first base and nobody out.
Now batting the catcher, number 32, Brady Patterson.
Patterson will step in with a runner at first base. Patterson is from Auburn, Kansas. First pitch, he takes ball one.
Right down the middle. That pitch looks right down the middle. He called the ball. Because the catcher popped up earlier.
Goldbeck is at first. He bluffed a run on the first one. There's a strike, breaking ball right through there. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 on. Goldbeck at first. He was hit by a pitch. And the runner goes. And into second base with a stolen base is Goldbeck. Two and one now to Patterson. Patterson grounded out to Roth at third base. His first time up. There's a strike right down the middle at the belt. 2-2 the count. There's a breaking ball right in the middle of the back, so back to back hit by a pitch. And that's going to bring up Frankie Santiago. Santiago will step in. He's a switch hitter. He'll step in on the left-handed side with the right-hander on the mound. Santiago is from Calle, Puerto Rico. He will step in with runners at first and second base and nobody out. I know what Frankie's thinking right here. He's going to hit it hard and hope to get things over the fence. Hopefully that's not just his frame of mind, but I know he likes to hit the long ball. Had a game a week or so ago where he had home runs from both sides of the plate in the game. Runners go. Turns to bunt and pulls it back for ball one. And stolen bases by Patterson and Goldbeck. Patterson kind of the coattail on that one, but nonetheless a stolen base. Want to know the count on Santiago. It's a high fly ball to deep center field, sending him all the way back, and that's going to be a sac fly. He hits it anywhere else in the park, and it's out of here, but that's a sac fly for Santiago.
Sac fly RBI by Frankie Santiago.
So another run on the board for the Blue Devils.
Now
That's going to
batting the
bring
left
up
fielder for
Nolan,
22, Freddie Nolan.
the fourth. 4-0 the score now. There's a strike outside corner at the knees. Nolan the fourth is from Fort Worth, Texas. He had a base hit. There's a strike called. He had a base hit. Hopped over the glove of the second baseman, Ellert. Roth, Major, Ellert, and Gagnon all in at the grass. And there's a pitch high and inside. 1-2 the count. Foul ball down the right field line. That's going to be out of play. Runner at third base is Patterson. Goldbeck scored on the sac fly by Santiago. Two balls and two strikes now to Nolan the fourth. And strike three called. So the breaking ball catches the outside corner. That's going to bring up Dirks. Dirks is from Kansas City, Kansas. He steps in with 2 outs and a runner at third. There's the bunt, and it's going to be foul. As I mentioned earlier, Basler, Goldbeck, and Dirks, and probably even be considered Brady Kern. That could be bunting at any juncture of the game. Here comes the 0-1. There's a high hopper up the middle. It's going to be off the glove of the pitcher, Gregory.
RBI single by Marcus Dirks.
Dirks with a high hopper up the middle and an RBI. Put the Blue Devils up 5-0.
The TH, number 34, Levi Martin.
That's going to bring up Levi Martin. Martin takes ball one. 5-0 lead now. Dirks at first base after the high hopper for a base hit, and he's headed to second base and goes up high and brings that down, does Ellert, but the stolen base by Dirks. 1-1 the count on Levi Martin. He had a base hit his last time up. Martin is from Olathe, Kansas. 1-2 the count now on him. Runner at second base is Dirks. Out into shallow right field, and that's going to be an RBI base hit. A little dunker. Sometimes you
Single by Levi Martin.
sometimes you get base hits by dink and dunk, and sometimes you hit it hard and you come up empty. So
Number 6, Brady Kern.
it's going to make it 6-0, and that's going to bring up Kern. Kern will step in with a runner at first base and 2 outs. The fly ball headed down the right field line, and that's going to be a base hit.
He just no way.
And going to be out at home. Coach being aggressive there, and that's the way it goes. If they don't make the throw, you've got another run. So the Blue Devils score 3 runs on.
Your score after 3 innings, the Blue Devils up 6-0.
3 runs on
Blue Athletics would like to thank
3 hits. And we go to the top of the 4th inning. Blue Devils leading 6-0. I'll be back.
Leading off the top of the 4th inning for the Trojans, the catcher, number 33, Gavin Galenzia.
Top of the 4th inning. Galinza, the catcher, up. Backhand by Golbeck, and throws a strike over to Santiago for the 6-3 ground out. It's going to bring up Roth.
Now batting the third baseman, number 10, Carter Roth.
Roth is from Stratford, Ontario. He's up there with 1 out and nobody on. There's a guided little base hit, just slapped it right through for a base hit on the right side, did the third baseman Roth. He had struck out his first time up, but there's a base hit between Basler and Santiago. That's going to bring up Major.
Now batting the shortstop, number 7, Andrew Major.
Major is from Aurora, Colorado. He takes a strike. He struck out his first time up to lead off the 2nd inning. So 1 out, 1 on. That's down low. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. The ball headed into deep right field, and Dirks will take care of that for the 2nd out of the inning. It's going to bring up Padilla.
Left fielder, number 32, Isaiah Padilla.
Padilla will step in with 2 outs now. Padilla is from Denver, Colorado. Nicely blocked by Patterson. 1-0 the count. Blue Devils lead 6-0 here in the top of the fourth inning. Put up a 3-spot in the second and a 3-spot in the third. There's a foul ball. 1-2 the count. On Isaiah Padilla, the left fielder for the Trojans. Runner at first base is Roth. Runner goes, and there's a base hit into left field. So heading over to third base is Roth on that base hit by Padilla. That's going to bring up Gagnon.
Now batting the first baseman, number 3, Joe Gagnon.
Gagnon is from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. He'll step in with 2 outs and runners at the corners. Foul ball. Joe Gagnon, he walked his first time up. He's the first baseman for the Trojans. Colby Trojans in town today and tomorrow. That misses just a little bit outside. 1-1 the count. 2 games tomorrow, 1 9-inning game today. Tomorrow likely to be a 7 followed by a 9. That's down low. Runners stay in check at the corners. Roth at third, Padilla at first. Gagnon at the plate. 2-1 the count on him. Runner goes. Foul ball back and out of play. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. We'll toss over to first. Nothing going on over there. Two and two the count. In tight on the plate is Gagnon. Swing and a miss. So no runs on 2 hits by the Trojans, and we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Blue Devils leading 6-0. I'll be back. Some fans out on the left field berm for the game today. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Gregory back for another inning of work. Back to the top of the order.
Fourth inning for the Blue Devils, the third baseman, number 10, Jackson Murbosh.
Basler is up. He'll step in on the left-handed side. There's a strike on the outside corner. That's all right. You've already got the next one done. 0-1 the count. Blue Devils leading 6-0. There's a strike outside corner at the knees. Peyton Basler, the second baseman, quickly down in the count to Gregory. There's a ball. 0-2, outside pitch, slap it to left field and get an 0-2 hit. Nicely done.
Peyton Basler.
Nicely done by Basler. That will bring up Mervosh.
Now batting the third baseman, number 10, Jackson Mervosh.
Mervosh will step in. He's been out on a couple of fly balls so far. There's a strike, catches the outside corner. Basler 3 for 3 with a base hit, a 2 RBI double, and another base hit. There's a ball headed up the middle. It's going to be extra bases for Basler and headed for home. So Mervosh.
Triple by Jackson Mervosh.
So Mervosh with the triple and an RBI. And that will bring up Goldbeck.
The shortstop, number 4, Gary Goldbeck.
Goldbeck will step in with a runner at third base and nobody out. I'll get caught up on my bookwork here in a second. That's outside for ball 1. 1-0 the count. So 8-0 the lead now. Just misses a little bit outside. It probably should have been, but ruled outside. 2-0 the count. That's inside. 3-0 the count on Goldbeck. Goldbeck was out on a fly his first time up, hit by a pitch, and then stole a couple of bases after they hit by pitch. There's a strike right through there. So 3-1 the count on the shortstop, Gary Goldbeck. There's a little soft liner right at Major at shortstop for the first out of the inning.
Now batting the catcher, number 32, Brady Patterson.
That'll bring up Patterson. He's grounded out to Roth at third base and been hit by a pitch. He was part of the double steal when Goldbeck stole one. There's a ball to deep left field. That may be out. And yes, it is.
Home run by Brady Patterson.
So Patterson with the 2-run shot. And that's going to make it 10-0 here in the fourth inning. That's going to bring up Santiago.
Now batting the first baseman, number 26, Frankie Santiago.
Santiago will step in. Santiago's had a strike call right there. Santiago has grounded out. There's a little short chopper charging hard on a nice play by the shortstop, Major, over to Gagnon for the second out of the inning. So a nice charging play there by the shortstop.
Now batting the left fielder, number 22, Freddie Nolan.
It's going to bring up Nolan the fourth. He has a base hit and been called out on strikes. There's a strike called. 0-1 the count. There's a ball headed into left field. So Nolan, the fourth, with a base hit.
A single by Freddie Nolan.
That's going to bring up Dirks. Dirks will step in.
7, Marcus Dirks.
So Dirks has a walk and an RBI base hit so far in this one. There's a ball headed into center field, coming on hard, and that's going to drop in front of Vincent for the base hit. That'll bring up Levi Martin.
Now batting the DH, number 34, Levi Martin.
Martin will step in with runners at first and second. 2 outs. Martin has 2 base hits, each with an RBI already in this one. There's a strike outside corner at the belt. I believe I have the score wrong. There's a tied. Guys, are we sure that it's 9? I may have gotten it over a little bit over quick there. And so let me go back and get that changed right there. I believe the guys to be right. Yes, we have the triple that scored a run at Mervosh and then the 2-run home run. So I got a little ahead of myself there. 0-2 the count on Martin, the designated hitter. And a swing and a miss for the strikeout. So the Blue Devils get 3 runs, not 4. On 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. So 3 runs on 5 hits, and the Blue Devils lead 9-0. I'll be back. Finley back for another inning of work. Sherry, Vincent, and Ellert scheduled up for the Colby Trojans. Sherry is from Denver, Colorado.
Leading off the top of the 5th inning for the Trojans, the right fielder, number 27, Gavin Sherry.
Squares to bunt, pulls back for a ball. 1-0 the count. On the right fielder, Gavin Sherry. There's a strike inside half of the plate at the waist. 1-1 the count. There's a breaking ball right back through there at the waist for a strike called. 1-2 the count. No runs on 3 hits for Colby and 9 runs on 11 hits for the Blue Devils. They lead 9-0 here in the, there's a foul and into the glove for the strikeout of Sherry. So the strikeout, that's going to bring up Lucas Vincent.
Now batting the center fielder, number 12, Lucas Vincent.
Vincent is from Stoffville, Ontario. He takes a strike. He flew out to left center to Nolan the fourth, his first at bat. There's a foul ball backing out of play. So quickly 0-2 the count on the center fielder, Lucas Vincent. Foul ball backing out of play. We'll do the 0-2 again. Breaking ball outside. One and two the count now. Foul ball back to the screen. 1-2 the count. Couple of foul balls. Vincent locked up in a battle with McLean Finley. It's a high fly ball to left center. And Kern will come over and take care of that for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Ellert.
Now batting the second baseman, number 9, Alex Ellert.
Ellert is from White City, Saskatchewan, I believe, is the SK. Strike called to him. He grounded out to Basler at second base his first time up. There's a breaking ball, catches the outside corner so quickly. 0-2 the count on Alex Ellert. And a swing and a foul tip into the glove of Patterson for the 2 strikeouts and a fly ball to end the inning. So no runs on, no hits. And we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Blue Devils leading 9-0. I'll be back. Gregory back for another inning of work for the Trojans. Kern, Basler, and Mervosh scheduled up for the Blue Devils.
For the Blue Devils, the center fielder, number 6, Brady Kern.
Kern will lead things off here. He's at a base on balls with a stolen base and a base hit to right field. He takes low and outside for ball 1. 1-0 the count. The center fielder, Brady Kern. A little bit low. 2-0 the count. Breaking ball. Looked like it stayed up a little bit, but ruled a strike right down the middle, but at the belt, the upper limit of the belt. 2-1. There's a ground ball at the third baseman. Retreats to get a hop, and Roth over to Gagnon for the first out of the inning.
Now batting the second baseman, number 2, Peyton Basler.
It's going to bring up Basler. Basler 3 for 3 on the day with a couple of RBI, 2 singles, and a double. And also a stolen base. There's strike one called. 0-1 the count. Breaking ball stays way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Foul ball back into the screen. 1-2 the count now on the second baseman, Peyton Basler. Fly ball hit it into left center. That's taken care of by Vincent for the second out of the inning. It's going to bring up Mervosh.
Third baseman, number 10, Jackson Mervosh.
Mervosh will step in with 2 outs and nobody on here in the bottom of the 5th inning. That's way outside ball 1. Mervosh has been out on a couple of fly balls. Then he had an RBI triple to right center. There's a fly ball to right field. Sizing that up is the right fielder, Sherry, for the final out of the inning. So a ground out and a couple of fly outs. No runs on no hits. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Blue Devils leading 9-0. I'll be back.
Ticket Smarter's thrilled to extend a special 5% discount on tickets to the most exciting live events in the metro area. Whether in search of tickets for Kansas City Chiefs games or eager to secure seats for a concert at T-Mobile Center, Ticket Smarter is your gateway to unlocking fantastic savings. Go to www.ticketsmarter.com and simply click on any link to enjoy the discount automatically applied at checkout. New pitcher here for the Blue Devils, number 41, Mason Davenport.
Pitching change has been made by the Blue Devils. Mason Davenport will come on. He's from Seneca, Kansas. He has a 4.33 ERA, 3-1 on the season. He'll take over after Finley goes 5 innings, gives up no runs and 3 hits. So to the top of the order with Ranger, Galinza, and Roth. Ranger will step in to face Davenport for the first time. He's been out on a couple of pop-ups, one to center field and one to second base. The one to the second baseman, Basler, was in shallow right center. That's outside for ball one. 1-0 the count. Top of the sixth inning action. Blue Devils leading 9-0 here. Scheduled 9-inning game. That's up a little bit high, so 2-0 the count. Nolan the fourth, Kernan Dirks across the outfield. Mervosh, Golbeck, Basler, Santiago across the infield. Patterson behind the plate, and little soft line drive at Golbeck for the first out of the inning is the DH Raphael Ranger. It's going to bring up Galenza.
Now batting the catcher, number 33, Gavin Galenza.
Galenza has grounded out to the left side, once to Mervosh and once to Goldbeck. Breaking ball right through there, catches the inside corner. 0-1 the count on the catcher, Galenza. So ground ball right back up the middle. The dive by Basler, and the catcher Galenza was starting to make his arc to make the turn and had to hustle to the base or would have been out.
Now batting the third baseman, number 10, Carter Roth.
That's going to bring up Roth. Roth has struck out and had a base hit. It's a foul ball back to the screen. 1 out, 1 on to the third baseman, Carter Roth. His base hit was with 2 strikes, and he shot it right between the first baseman and the second baseman. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Top of the sixth inning action. Blue Devils leading 9-0. Breaking ball, and he high chopper over toward the third base dugout where the Blue Devils are positioned. 1-2. Davenport on in relief of Finley. There's a swing and a miss for the strikeout. So 2 outs down. That's going to bring up Andrew Major.
Now batting the shortstop, number 7, Andrew Major.
Major steps in with 2 outs and a runner at first base. Breaking ball breaks outside. Major has struck out and been out on a fly to Dirks in right field. First at bat against Davenport. Fouled that into the net, so 1-1 the count. There's strike 2 called. One and two the count. Tall righty from Seneca, Kansas, Mason Davenport on the mound. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. So a soft line drive, a base hit, and a couple of strikeouts. No runs on 1 hit by the Trojans, and we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Blue Devils leading 9-0.
pitcher for the Colby Trojans, number 30, Lucas Johns.
All right, pitching change made by the Trojans. Lucas John from Perth, Australia, comes in. He has a 7.53 ERA and an 0-1 record. First at batter up for him is Golbeck. And Golbeck with a deep ball to right field, and that's going to be out of here. And Golbeck with a home run.
By Gary Goldbeck.
So Golbeck with a home run to make the lead 10-0. With that pitch, that's going to bring up Santiago.
Number 26, Frankie Santiago.
Santiago is grounded out to first base, had a sac fly and grounded out to Major at short. Stays outside, does that pitch from Lucas Johns. That's going to be backing out of play. Santiago, switch hitter. He and Peyton Basler are both switch hitters, all left-handed at bats so far today. There's a foul ball down the left field side. And that'll be the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Nolan the fourth.
Now batting the left fielder, number 22, Freddie Nolan.
Nolan the fourth. He's had a single, called out on strikes, and another single. Takes ball 1-0 the count. The ball to deep left field.
That's out of here.
And that's going to be at the warning track in Padilla. So the Blue Devils send a couple of fly balls to deep left field. They get one run on one hit by Gary Goldbeck to make it a 10-run game. We go to the top of the seventh. I'll be back. All right, to the top of the seventh we go. Blue Devils leading 10-0.
For the Trojans, the left fielder, number 32, Isaiah Padilla.
Padilla, Gagnon, and Sherry scheduled up for the Trojans. Davenport hoping to set them down. with no runs here to end this thing on 10 runs in 7. We'll see. That's low and outside. Always careful to hope and not jinx anything. Padilla has had a couple of base hits, his at-bats. There's a strike, 1-1 the count on the left fielder, Isaiah Padilla. Nolan the fourth, Kernan Dirks across the outfield, Mervosh, Golbeck, Basler, Santiago the infield, with Patterson behind the plate. And 2-1 the count now, with Davenport coming in his second inning of work. Took over for McLean Finley after 5. There's a ground ball up the middle. Basler is going to throw over, and Santiago does a little acrobatics of keeping the foot on, so the ball gets past Davenport. Basler charges hard, and with the throw over to first base for the 4-3 ground
Now
out.
batting the first baseman, number 3, Joe Gagnon.
It's going to bring up Gagnon. Gagnon has walked and struck out in this one. That misses just a little bit outside. 1-0 the count on the first baseman, Joe Gagnon. It's outside. 2-0 the count now. Swing and a miss of that pitch. 2-1 the count. Low and inside. 3-1 the count now. Swing and a miss of that heater. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Trojans are down to their last 2 outs at this point. Comes the 3-2 and a strike 3 called. So Gagnon takes a called third strike.
Now batting the right fielder, number 27, Gavin Sherry.
It's going to bring up Sherry. He hit a line drive double play, but he hit it hard at Mervosh. His first at bat doubled off the runner at second. That misses a little bit low and inside. Then his second at bat, he struck out. He hit it hard his first attempt for that line out double play. Swing and a miss, 1-1 the count. So the Trojans down to their last 2 strikes at this point. Gavin Sherry, the right fielder, hoping to prolong this game. There's a ground ball headed at Basler. Basler's up with it and over to Santiago, and the Blue Devils finish this one off 10-0 for the final. We'll be back tomorrow. The first game tomorrow is at 1, followed by the second one. We'll look forward to it. Thanks for watching. If anyone would like to make a donation, go to fortees.com, and there are several ways to donate. Any donations go specifically for the Blue Devils baseball broadcast. That's it for Jay Forsler from Fortees. The final here, 10-0. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a safe evening.